Hi everyone, Libby B here. I'm actually just standing next to third place TtPiG. How are you feeling, Pig? How did you go in those matches?
I went all right. It's 2 a.m. currently, so we just calculated it's been a 17-hour LAN today, so I'm exhausted. I think the games were interesting, but I think being tired favors aggressive play, and I'm more of a defensive player overall. So the one game where my aggression worked, I did take that against Targa just then, but the other game is my macro defensive play without being awake properly. I managed to fall there, but otherwise I'm pretty happy with how I did overall. It definitely showed I could beat a lot of good players in Zerg vs Zerg.
Yeah, mentioning Zerg vs Zerg, C community in itself is just pretty much full of Zergs, aren't they? How did you handle just such a Zerg-intensive community?
I get angry a lot. I just rage a lot. I go ladder on other servers and that, and I have periods where I just refuse to play Zerg vs Zerg because otherwise it's like 90% of my games. So it's pretty frustrating, but at the same time it's generally the better player who does end up winning, whether it's through having a smarter build or being better at controlling your units. But it does demand, I think, a lot more intensity than any other matchup. So when you're playing it game after game after game like this, we did have all top 8 in the double elimination bracket were Zerg players. So it got extremely tiring. You can't look away from your Zerglings for a second or a Baneling will kill them all. You've basically got to be on the ball. And then when the tournament drags on like this, obviously that, just due to scheduling issues and some computer problems and that sort of thing, it ends up holding things up. But overall, I think it was a successful event, and it's really cool to see something like this in Sydney.
Yeah, mentioning that it was such a long LAN, 17 hours you said. How did you manage to stay strong and take third place?
I think luckily I had my girlfriend Dot with me, just reminded me to go outside and get some fresh air because it's actually a bit musty in here. There's like no aircon, but also just, focusing, drinking some Coke and stuff, making sure I stayed hydrated and just trying to actually freshen my mind up between each game, which didn't work out completely, but it worked out for the most part. So third place, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, you do get that third place prize, $250, I believe, and you are a pro gamer, so do you have any words to anyone else there aspiring to be pro gamers at all?
I'd say, just work really hard and, definitely make sure you keep training, keep staying critical. Don't just try to mash out 5 million games. You got to think about it as well and, get some coaching from me.
Pig does do coaching. Do you have a stream or any Twitter accounts or anything like that?
Yeah, you can follow me at TtPiG_SC2, or my stream is just Twitch TV/TtPiG. Streaming, coaching, and ladder and that. So follow me and thanks. Yeah,
and he is definitely a notable player in the community, so you should definitely follow Pig. Up and coming player in C, ZVZVZ. I think the finals are going to be SCA. So thank you for your time, Pig. And do you have any final shout outs to sponsors and any loved ones?
Yeah, shout out to TT Esports, Gigabyte and M-Wave, my sponsors, my team, always keeping me going. And just thanks to them for keeping it going. Thanks to Dot, my girlfriend. Thanks to my family and everyone else who helps me practice and train to be a good pro gamer.
That's awesome. Thank you again for your time. And I actually have a few sponsors I'd like to shout out myself. Just a big thanks to primary partner of ACL, Gamecom Plantronics, Frag Labs Plus Horizon for providing us some awesome laptops, and ASUS and Republic of Gamers for the amazing PCs, NVIDIA, Western Digital, Kingston, Coolmaster, TT Esports for the gaming gear, and of course Ava Media. This has been Libby B, and with Pig, thank you everyone.